What's going on out there, YouTube family? This is Samuel Leggett here representing Team JVS, and it is to my great excitement to tell you guys that I was able to screen season 3 of Titans. Now, to be fair, I've only seen the first 3 episodes. I do have 2 more I haven't gone through yet, but I felt like that's enough. That's enough in order for me to kind of give you guys a clear and concise perspective on the way that I feel about season 3 thus far and how it compares and differs to the previous seasons. Now, first season, whether you guys know it or not from context, I really loved the first season. I thought the first season was freaking awesome. The only thing I didn't like about the first season was the end. I felt like the end was kind of rushed. It was kind of wrapped up really quickly. Then I found out, like behind the scenes, there was a lot of things that happened. Like 3 or 2 episodes were just kind of gone and it was made into one. Then the second season came up, Deathstroke came out the scene. I thought it was really awesome, really dope with the cast and everybody's back. And then the second half of the season just turned into something that, in my opinion, just fell flat in terms of writing, poor execution, some deaths that didn't make any sense. And it just didn't work. It didn't, specifically the Donna Troy situation and you having the whole Superboy there didn't do anything about it. But that's neither here nor there. Now, what do I think about season 3? It's freaking dope. Oh my gosh. From the opening, you're going to understand that this is the Titans of your comic books. Like whether it is the line delivery, whether it's the execution of the fight choreography, you can immediately jump in and know oh, this is different. It takes from, now I'll say this, there's still some edge to it. As far as the verbiage, the language is still same as season 1 was. Season 2 kind of dialed it down a little bit. Season 3 doesn't care. The amount of vulgar language and violence. There's some dark violence in this that I will get to a little bit later. But in terms of the action, the character progression, I think is there as far as just the silhouette of them being the Titans heroes that you want. They are there. And they are fully realized. The back 2 seasons have done their work, and now you get to really see where they go from next. And now, if you haven't checked the backdrop of the trailer, they have to go back to Gotham because the tragedies befall the situation of the Titans. One of their own is affected by it, and Robin has to spearhead and figure out what to do about this threat and this situation. Now, most of you guys probably already know what the story arc is, but I'm not going to simplify it for you. I'm not even going to go into it. I'm just going to say that the character interactions are written so well. All the different actors, I've always felt like they embodied the characters very well and the execution of what the characters should be. The problem has always been is their dialogue and their interaction with each other. They would either one get thrown to an arc just somewhere outside, or they're just kind of, left to the side. Gar, I felt like was left to the side for 2 seasons, honestly. In the first 3 episodes alone, they've given Gar so much more to do. They've shown his ability, his capability, his emotional turmoil that he's dealing with, as well as his comedic timing and his interaction. Even Robin still got that edge to him, but he very much so now is fully realized, as a hero, as a communicator. There's a conversation that happens around the 2nd and 3rd episode between him and just Hank. There's a really great conversation, and I was just this is what I've wanted, and then you see there's something happens with Starfire somewhere in the 2nd episode where something bad happens to her, and it's up to Gar and Connor to interact with her to try to figure out what's going on. And just that interaction alone, you really get the sense of them being, the synergy of them being a family. And that's what I've been wanting. You saw moments of it fleeting in the first season, but you finally get to see it. The difference is now is that the threats are real. You felt the threats in, the second season for sure. Especially with, what happened with Aqualad, what happened with Donna and stuff like that. And even what happened with Jason getting taken. And then the situation with Rose and her brother. And with this, the first 3 episodes off the gate, bro, there's so much death. The first episode will trigger some of you guys, I think, personally. So brace yourselves for that and keep pushing through. That's all I can really say. 3rd episode will crush you. I was crushed. There's a reason why I stopped the episodes. I was like, this is enough. You've already shown your worth at this point. I have to equate it to the transition to HBO Max. Like, the writing feels better, the choreography feels more tighter, the synergy between the cast and the community around them, specifically like the feeling of Gotham City, the feeling of the world, the unfolding of the circumstances, and even like the introduction of certain new characters. Like, I mean, you got your boy Scarecrow that's involved in this season. You've got Blackfire. You've seen in the trailer, she's involved in this. And all these different characters, new or old. Barbara Gordon, first episode name is Barbara Gordon. Like, you get an understanding of her stuff. And again, some of this stuff that's happening is very comic accurate. They're making it their own. They're spinning it in a way that's their own. But they're also giving you some really dope Easter eggs. I think that this, so far, is one of the best starts to Titans that they've done since the first season. And a lot of you guys are like, oh, the first season was too dark, it didn't go anywhere. Bruce, Dick Grayson was doing this and that. But I've kind of felt like it was always like an origin of the Titans, not necessarily them fully realized. And now I finally get to see that, which I was hoping for in season 2, which I felt like I was getting in the beginning. But now, yeah, it's tight. Like, it is really, I'm really enjoying. I'm not going to give it a review number. I'm just saying that you're going to really enjoy it. This is my overview for season 3 so far of the first 3 episodes of Titans on HBO Max. It's debuting next week. Definitely, you do not want to miss it. I'll be checking out the next 2 episodes. I'll be also providing reviews for every single episode individually, so that you guys can kind of get it like that. I don't know, I probably do like 2 episodes a day after it drops. That way you guys can have a little bit of time. And I'm reviewing them as they're done, so that way you kind of get my full like reaction without it technically being a reaction. For another day, I'll tell you about it later. Love you guys. Make sure you keep it locked. JVS, we ain't gonna stop. Peace, guys.